What's up, PHP community? Welcome back to another live stream. Excited to see everyone. How everyone is feeling today. Oh my god, a lot of changes on my setup, by the way. So if something goes off rails, either it be sound, voice, music, let me know. Let me know, okay? I have changed a bunch of stuff. Excited to see you too. How everyone is feeling today. Oh, I literally forgot to put the chat so I can see you all. So wait a second. All right, I need to put my YouTube video up and pull up the chat. Wait a second. Here we go. Pull up the chat. Here we go. Puyapal, nice to see you. GTS Mag, nice to see you. Patrick, nice to see you as well. You sound much better today. What do you mean? Oh, you mean the haircut? Thank you. Appreciate. Also, I've changed the camera setup a little bit. It might be that. Actually. So I do need the Twitch chat too. 1 second. Oh my god! Charlie French boy, nice to see you. CV Tima, what's up, dude? Nice to see you. Diabel, F. Barrento, Canada Raz is saying, you look kind of orange. Well, that's a change I have made. Yeah, I may have to fix that real quick. So let me know one thing first. It is like, besides the contrast, which might be a little bit too high, that's the only issue at the minute. Let me know. So the contrast I can fix real quick by opening this and going here. And it should be a little bit better now. What do you think now? Is it good? Let me know. Write in the comments below if the contrast is okay now. G-Mac, what's up, dude? Welcome to the live stream. Nice to see you. Boom, 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 boom. Chat, today we are going to talk about amazing stuff. About the Cloudflare outage. I don't know about you guys, but yesterday there was no internet for me. I couldn't do shit. Literally, everything was out. So we are going to dive a little bit into that, okay? Into that. Your white balance is off? What do you mean? I literally just changed that. What do you mean? What do I do for a living? That's a good question. So my name is Nuno Maduro. I'm a PHP Laravel developer. I'm just a coder here, you know? I'm just a coder. I think the white is okay. It really depends if I... Oh, maybe it's not okay. I don't know. I'm going to keep it that way for now. The audio is a little bit unstable. I feel like loud and quiet. Yeah, that's okay. Jonas, thank you so much for the tier 1 subscription. 10 months already. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, it looks better, I feel. I think it's good. I think it's good. We're good to go as well. Chat, today we're going to talk about 2 things, okay? 2 things. We are going to talk about the Cloudflare outage a little bit. I have no idea why the internet was off yesterday. So we are going to talk about that. So that's the first thing we are going to talk about. Second thing, I don't know if you guys know, but PHP 8.5 is literally released. Okay? So we are going to jump a little bit into the coding changes, what we have new, blah, 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 blah. And it will be awesome. Okay. Do you think we can do DDD on Symfony? I don't think DDD is a good idea to begin with. Okay. I don't think DDD is a good idea. Clap, 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 clap. Excited to see you all, chat. Let's dive into some of this stuff. I'm excited, man. I'm excited. So what do I have here? I have this. I have this. I have this. What is this? My YouTube channel. What is this? Oh, PHP Portugal happening. Do we have any Portuguese people on the audience? If we do, I am organizing a PHP Portugal meetup next Monday in Lisbon, okay? So here's the link, chat. Here's the link. Here we go. Here we go. PHP Portugal for the win happening real soon. If you can, go there because it will be absolutely awesome. Will be dope. Come to PHP Portugal. Will be so fun. Okay, it will be so fun. That's done. What do I need more? I think that's it. YouTube chat, Twitch chat. Literally, my windows don't move anymore, but I guess it's okay. Boom, 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 boom. Chico will be there. And Jason McQuarrie is saying, Major Fumu, when I miss it, Laraconiu, Lisbon. Oh, that was a good one, man. We had like Turtle Otwell. We had, Abigail was there too. It was so fun. It was so fun, man. So PHP Portugal happening in the so the speakers are Matthew Napoli, the creator of Brave PHP, and he's coming to the meetup. But we also have Hugo Monteiro making a talk about PHP 8.5, and also we have Sarah Guleman, okay? Sarah Guleman, which I don't know if you guys know who is, but she's actually going as an attendee, okay? As an attendee. And I'm going to try to talk with her before the event so I can actually, propose her to make 5 questions potentially. I would like to see how it goes. How it goes. Keely is saying, congrats for being the host at Laravel EU. Thank you. Oh, you mean, yeah, man, I'm super happy that I'm the host of Laracon EU. I'm going to be honest. At the beginning, I thought, okay, maybe it's not a good idea. I have already enough on my plate at the minute, with YouTube and all that shit. And I thought I just don't have time for it. But after speaking with Ashley Hindle, with Adam Francis, and with Taylor a little bit, I just thought maybe I should just do it. It will be something different. We'll spice my career a little bit in doing something a little bit different. I do have a question for you, chat, so let me know what you think. Do you think I should be the Nuno energized or the Nuno professional, slow guy, you know? A little bit more quiet and, you know, what do you think? Or should I go full YouTube live stream stuff, you know? What do you think? Nuno style, be yourself? Okay, well, I may do that, I think. Cisco Dev, what's up, dude? Nice to see you. Awesome, Rispy. Nice to see you. Thank you so much for coming today. If I know anyone who works with Kubernetes, well, I do. A Kubernetes client, I don't think I do, no. Energy. Okay, well, I think I'm going to be that guy. We'll be different, man, because people are kind of expecting some sort of Adam Francis MC, and I think I'm not Adam Francis, man. I'm a little bit different. So I think I'm going to just be myself. Yeah, man. Is that an EU? Yes, it is. It's Laracon EU, man. Laracon EU is the European conference. What is this? New gifting options? What the fuck? Is this new? I have not seen this before. Yeah, Laracon EU is happening real soon. 2-3 March, Amsterdam. I will be there. Actually, before this, I will be on Laracon India, which I'm super excited about. And it will be awesome. It will be awesome, chat. Adam Francis is a high standard. I know. F. Parento, what's up, dude? Nice to see you. We will be together next Monday at the PHP Portugal meetup. It will be so fun. Chat, I want to start today's live stream by reading the Cloudflare outage. I don't know about you guys, but yesterday was kind of hard to me to get anything done. Mainly because the entire internet was down. So I couldn't use Cloud Code. I couldn't use, GitHub. I couldn't use whatever. Everything was down. Basically, everything I do or everything I use for code was down. And that was due Cloudflare being down. And I think there is multiple thoughts we can give into this, which is, people keep saying that you shouldn't have a single mechanism of failure in XYZ. However, because this service was down, the entire internet was down, which is hilarious, okay? So I think, I want to kind of read through this to see if I can understand any of this and if I can relate to any of this as well. Okay. Charlie French Boy is saying the following. Yeah, I was chilling in a local filament project. Then I saw a user avatar disappear. Well, actually, that's why I found that Cloudflare was down too, meaning that I was trying to upload an image to a platform and everything was working except uploading the image. And I thought, well, they must be using S3. And then I noticed that that was also, being packed by Cloudflare. Okay. Oh no. So some dude, MD Latif is saying the following. I have a SaaS, a software as a product, and yesterday we lost 5K, man. I apologize, man. That really sucks, man. Cisco Dev is saying the following. That outage affected us too. Our watcher sending us notification was crazy. Yeah, we also have at Laravel, we have this emergency channel, which here's to various uptime checkers in our various websites, and we receive Inertia is down, Laravel.com is down, Cloud.com is down, everything was just a bunch of notifications. Okay. Cloudflare is part of AWS, is not, but I assume they are somehow related or using something that they both need. That depends on Cloudflare. Florian is saying the following. Yes, it was an interesting day. Indeed, man. Indeed. Dot, what's up? Nice to see you. Okay, let's read some of this to see how it goes. On 18 November 2025 at 11:20 UTS, Cloudflare is network began to experience significant failures. Yes, we know about that. This showed up to internet users trying to access our customer sites as an error page indicating a failure within the Cloudflare network. Yeah, that was basically what I was seeing. So, for example, when I was trying to access Twitter, I would see this. I would see a Lisbon Cloudflare error here, and I would see Twitter right here. That's what I have seen. Shit happens, exactly. I imagine being the responsible for 20% of the internet being down. Being a developer who ships a migration or something, and then suddenly you have literally 20% of the internet being down. Isn't that wow? I just feel, how do I say? I feel compassion by the developer almost, you know? I feel like compassion for the developer. Canada Rise is saying the following. Yeah, can you imagine the dev that was in charge of fixing that? That's even more stressful. That is even more stressful. Like, imagine the manager coming next to you. Is it ready? Is it fixed? When will be fixed? Especially that. It must be so stressful, honestly. Gemini was up, but ChatGPT was down. Oh my god. Still coughing all the time. Yeah, I know. I know that ChatGPT was down and Cloud Code was down too. That I do know about that. Jason McQuarrie is saying the following, like, as they know host is fine, they should pass the traffic through the server. That's actually a good point. Oh, you mean not even do this? Like just have a safety mechanism that just go directly from the browser to the host? That's a good point. I guess that is a good reason why it just doesn't work. Yeah, X was down. Yeah, I did notice that. Okay, let's read this. The issue was not caused directly or indirectly by a cyber attack or a malicious code. Okay, that's good. Instead, it was triggered by a chance to one of our database system permissions, which causes the database to output multiple entries into the feature file used by our bot management system. Okay, so apparently they made a change in the database system permissions. In that change caused the database to output multiple entries into a feature file, which I have no idea what this is. I'm going to literally ask ChatGPT to give me a baby definition for this. Translate this to a 5-year-old. Jesus Christ. Okay, let me see what ChatGPT says. Okay, here's the translation on the 5-year-old language. It says the following. It didn't happen because anyone was trying to mean or hack us. It happened because we changed the setting in one of our big computers, and that made it to send many little pieces of information into a file that was our robot helper uses. Interesting. Okay. That feature file, in turn, doubled in size. The larger than expected feature file then was propagated to all machines that make up our network. The software running in those machines to route traffic across our network reads this file to keep our bot management system up to date with ever-changing threats. The software have a limit in size of feature file that was below its double size. Interesting. So it was literally a bug. Okay. So they had this file, call it feature file, which was populated with multiple entries due to a bug, which caused the file to be just a little bit bigger than expected. And then they have this software which runs on a routing provider that reads that file, but the file was just too big. The software couldn't handle it, and for that reason, caused the software to fail. That's insane. After we initially wrongly suspected the symptoms, and we were seeing here caused by a hyperscale DDoS attack. Oh, that's their first intuition. But then we correctly identified the core issue, and we were able to stop the propagation of the larger than expected feature file and replaced it with an earlier version of the file. Oh, they hard-coded the file for a second just to literally fix the issue. That's interesting. Yeah, I mean, you know, it's kind of... So, from my understanding, and let me know if you guys understood the same as I did. For my understanding, they changed one database. That database was just outputting multiple entries to a file. That file was being read by actually code, but because the file was too big, that was causing an exception on the code, which literally caused the downtime of 20% of the internet. That was my understanding. Let me know if you understand this too. The car traffic was largely flowing as normal by 2:30. We worked over the next few hours to mitigate the increased load of the various parts of our network as the traffic rushed back online. By 5, all the systems with Cloudflare were functionally as normal. Interesting. Nice headphones? I know, I bought new ones. I bought new headphones, so my previous headphones are just broke. That's what you understood. Thank you. Okay, well, I'm not alone. That's good. That's good. Good. We were sorry for the impact, blah, 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 and we are going to post blah, 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 blah. The outage. Oh my God. So this graph we are seeing right now is the number of 500s that the Cloudflare network was serving. And as you can see, like it just fired to 26 million per second. That's insane. What was the software? Well, apparently, if I'm not mistaken, a software that is responsible for bot management. Okay. So there is a feature file, which is what they call it, feature file that was being consumed by this bot management, and that was basically just throwing an exception because the file was too big, from my understanding. Okay, from my understanding. Rust is unwrap was the culprit. That would be hilarious if that is it. That would. Wait, what? Isn't in Rust, if you call unwrap on Rust, you ignore the error, basically, and that causes a panic? If that is true, that would be hilarious. No way. Okay, so let's put everyone in the same page, okay? And if you don't know, on Rust, like in Go, you need to handle errors accordingly. There is no such thing as throwing an exception, okay? So typically, when you call a function, an asynchronous function, for example, you receive back a result, okay? And the result has two things. Have the error, if any, or have the actual result, okay? And something which typically people call it as bad practice is that when you unwrap the result without handling the exception, because if you don't handle the exception, if it were to happen like yesterday, what happens is that there is a panic thing, which basically causes software to go down, okay? Okay? That's insane. It gets spicy now, for real. And I want everyone to literally understand this. Let's go here to just some random file, just so you guys can understand this a little bit, okay? So, just like in Go on Rust, you typically, if you're calling a function, let's actually do the actual function that we're working on, okay? You have two things. You have the result and you have the error, okay? And you call the function, let's call the functions like read file, okay? Now, typically you would just destruct the result into the actual value, let's call it that way, the actual value in the error. And what people typically do is that, okay, well, if there is an error, then I'm going to handle the error accordingly. I'm going to just, either log the error and just continue or do something else, okay? Now, sometimes people are lazy, and what they do is that they assume that the value will be there, and they completely ignore the error, okay? And to do that in Rust, you just have to call this unwrap thing, okay? And by doing this, if this ever throws an error, it will just be this panic thing, okay? This panic thing. So TLDR, you should never ignore errors on Rust or Go, okay? Well, exactly. That 1% may actually happen. Exactly. And that also, like in Laravel, for example, in Laravel, sometimes you guys do stuff like this. Let's say file get, and you just provide, let's say, I don't know, a bot file, for example. Okay, so you are reading a file in Laravel. A lot of people, and let's be honest here, let's all be honest here. A lot of people, when you read a file, you just assume the content will be there. And not only you assume that, you assume as well that this will actually be a string. However, the file may not actually be there. And when the file is not there, you get an exception. Okay? It is not that different from the Cloudflare story, actually. Peak production code, exactly. You know, get or create, that doesn't exist, I think. Yeah, it doesn't exist. It returns false. I don't think it does. I think it throws an exception. It throws an exception, you see? Like in theory, if you want to do the proper way or the Rust way or the Go way, you would have to do like this. Okay, I'm going to have the content, but if the file does not exist, file not found, if I get a file not found, I'm going to handle the issue accordingly. I'm going to just say, well, I'm going to throw a 404 or potentially just do something else. That's like the proper way of doing it. But being respectful, nobody does this in PHP. We just assume the file is dead and that's it. Okay. Hey, AG Mac, what's up, dude? By the way, chat, in case you don't know me, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer. I love what I do. Today we have a live stream about the Cloudflare outage, but also about PHP 8.5. It's being awesome. Welcome to the live stream. And by the way, chat, what the fuck is happening with my YouTube live stream? I'm literally trying to open it, and I can't for some reason. So give me a moment, chat. Oh, here we go. It is working. My fault. By the way, chat, we have about 51 people on YouTube, but only 25 likes. Unacceptable. Unacceptable, YouTube people. Go all the way down and like this video, but also subscribe my channel if you can. If you can. Florian is saying that YouTube works fine. Well. Thank you. So it is hilarious, by the way, that such a piece of critical software makes a mistake like using unwrap without checking if the error exists. So, you know, I would expect from someone who is using Rust, especially at this level, to not make mistakes like this. Even I do that I shouldn't use unwrap, okay? In my experience with Rust is just a little bit, okay? Does any of you have done Rust? Write down the comments below if you have done any Rust in your life or not. Cisco Dev is saying, let's like the video. Thank you. Boom. Yamnabad is saying, maybe use it AI. Ooh, maybe that was it. Maybe that was it. Outages increased after AI hype. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay, other impact of the incident. Other systems that rely on our car proxy were impacted during the incident. This included workers and Cloudflare access. The team was able to reduce the impact by these systems by 1 p.m. when a patch was made to bypass completely that proxy. Interesting. Turnstile. Oh, I love this service, by the way. I don't know if you guys use this stuff. Turnstile is probably one of my favorite Cloudflare services. I don't know if you guys know, but I am working currently in a website called PeopleUp. And what PeopleUp does is like a social media aggregator at the minute, okay? And we have a register form, okay? We have a register form, which is right here. Here we go. And I kind of want this register form not to be used by bots, so I use Cloudflare Turnstile. You never done Rust? Well, it's a good language. To be honest with you, you won't find a job doing Rust, but it's a good language. Okay? It is a good language. It is a good language. What else we have here? Following up steps. Yeah, Oh, do they have anything about... did they mention again? Core dumps. Okay, enabling more kill switches. Kill switches, interesting. Oh, like just not using a feature. That's a good point. Like imagine having a Nova, something you can just toggle to stop using a given feature, for example. That's a good one. That's a good one. That's the Cloudflare CAPTCHA, exactly, Turnstile, yeah. Can we do backend development using Rust? Yes, you can. David is asking if I'm going to go to LaraCon Amsterdam in 2026. Yes, I will. I will actually be the host of that conference, the MC. The Mastery of Ceremony. It took 2 hours to them to fix the issue. A little bit more than 2 hours. Well, interesting. Well, respect for the development team that was in charge of this. That being said, chat, it's time to jump into PHP 8.5. I don't know if you guys know, but actually PHP 8.5 is tagged, meaning that it's literally ready to use, okay? Obviously, the announcement was not done yet, so I'm going to keep it quiet at the minute. Top secret level live stream at the minute, okay? But PHP 8.5 is out, okay? And I think, like, we could just check a little bit what is out already. We can we can check the code that is out already. That will be hilarious as well. And something I always wanted to do is like just come here and just compare the PHP 8.5 release and with the previous release of PHP 8.4, so we can actually see the differences in terms of actual code. Okay. Can you use PHP 8.5 in production yet? Well, in theory, starting tomorrow, you can. Can Laravel 12 runs on PHP 8.5? Well, I hope so. I'm not using PHP 8.5 yet, but I hope so. React or Angular? React. React. Hardcore. Okay, so we have here PHP 8.4.15, and we have here PHP 8.5. And we're talking about, oh, my GitHub is literally, there is more than 5,000 changes between the latest version of PHP 8.4 and PHP 8.5. That's insane, though. It is fascinating that an unwrap, yeah, exactly. It is, well, in theory, was something I've been told since my early days on Rust, is that you should never use an unwrap. Unwrap isn't safe to begin with, because you are just ignoring a little bit the error, if any. Okay. Who are developing PHP now? It's the PHP Foundation team. There is a team that is responsible for that. Okay. There is a team that is responsible for that. Tony, nice to see you, man. Welcome to the live stream. How you doing? Okay. So for those who are not familiar with PHP 8.5, we can check quickly what's new. But before we do that, let's say thanks to our sponsors. Of course, laracast.com, the best place to learn Laravel and PHP development. We also have Code Rabbit. Oh my God, I literally clicked on the button. That's annoying. Here we go. We also have Code Rabbit, the best AI tool that reviews your code through pull requests. We have Devin AI, okay? Pretty cool software that you can just assign tasks without act on its own. Amazing piece of software here. Redbird International, the best digital agency for Laravel, Vue.js. They are awesome and super expert people. And of course, Native PHP, the best way of developing mobile applications using your favorite language ever, PHP, okay? They are coming to the live stream real soon. And of course, JetBrains, the best editor in the world, and they are going to keep sponsoring me next year, okay, which is pretty cool. Props for JetBrains for being so awesome. Chat, PHP 8.5 is coming out tomorrow, okay? And we have a very special live stream tomorrow with Brent from the Tempest PHP team and from the JetBrains and PHP Storm team. He's coming to the channel. I'm going to have trivia. I'm going to do a very fun live stream tomorrow at 1 p.m. UTC. So it's starting a little bit different than usual regarding the schedule. We'll be way earlier on the day, okay? We'll be morning for American people. Will be lunchtime for European people, and will be potentially afternoon for India people. I have no idea, but it will be awesome. Tomorrow at 1 p.m. UTC, special live stream about PHP 8.5. Okay, bam, bam, boom. Cisco Dev is asking if Laravel team has impacted decisions on the PHP team. Not that I know. GTS Mag is saying that PHP Storm is the best. Indeed. Harris is saying, looking forward to it. Me too, man. I just hope my throat stops hurting, man. It's just so annoying. Your skin looks green? What do you mean green? What do you mean? Your skin looks green? You mean worst case scenario, it might be a little bit more orange, but not green. Chat, is this my skin green for anyone else? Or is just Tony at the minute? Let me know. Let me know. Diabel is saying the desktop version of native PHP is free, but not the mobile version. Yeah, I think at the minute, mobile version, it's not free. It is yellow, exactly. Not green. You are greenish. What the fuck are you guys talking about? What do you mean? Oh my god. A little bit. A little bit. Yeah, orange, I get it, but not green. Let me see. Okay, Shed. I don't know what you guys talking about. This is not green, man. This is not green. This is literally my color scheme, I think. Greenish? Okay, I don't get it. I'm gonna watch the live stream after, and then I'm gonna let you know what I think. Are you Italian? I am not. I do love pizza though, but I'm not Italian. Some angles, I look green. By the way, this is my hairstyle, okay? This is my actual hairstyle. Okay. Turn down the saturation. Oh my god, shit. Okay, I'm gonna do one last change on my saturation. If it's not good, I don't know what I do more. Okay, are you guys ready? And it should be up now. Okay, there is literally zero effects at the moment. Literally zero effects. Okay, so let me know if now it's better. Pura vida. Pura vida. Hairstyle equals to no hairstyle. Exactly. I'm just literally just nothing. It's better. Are you guys serious right now? Okay. Any advice to go to Laracon Amsterdam? I think you should just go. It'll be so fun. It's better? Okay, well, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Okay, chat. PHP.5 is coming out tomorrow and will be an awesome day, 20 November. By the way, chat, be sure to retweet every single thing the PHP team puts out. We want to support the PHP team, and by doing that, we just retweet their stuff, okay? Retweet, repost, share with your family, with your dog, everyone. It will be so fun, okay? Obviously, we have multiple features coming out, including the pipe operator, which I think will probably be the biggest one. But we also have the Ray First and the Ray Last, the new PHP URE extension, which I'm not a big fan of, okay? I'm not a big fan of. Now you are purple. Oh, you're kidding. Jesus. 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 Too pricely? Ask your boss, dude. Ask your boss. It's not, it won't be pricey for them because they have a company, I assume. So you can just ask your boss, dude. You know what I mean? Yosando is saying the following. Hello, I was wondering if it works. You guys often have a big pull request with 500 lines and 30 files. I typically don't enjoy big pull requests. I like that my team delivers things incrementally. You know what I mean? I like my team to deliver pull requests when they are small. For example, it happened a bunch of Laravel Cloud on the early days where we had these features coming. And I often would ask the team, can you just do pull requests, even if the feature is not open for the public, even if the feature is not coded on the front end yet, just make a pull request with the backend, with the database migrations, and then make another pull request with models and actions, and just deliver like that. You know what I mean? Deliver like that, slowly but surely. My dog was waiting for PHP 8.5 so much. GTS Meg is saying the following. Did we get a deprecated attribute in the latest version? Did we? I cannot remember. This is not complete, by the way. What is this? Oh, this is the full thing. Interesting. Very interesting, Sheta. Here we have the full list of features coming to PHP 8.5, including deprecations. I think tomorrow we are going to dive into literally every single piece of PHP 8.5, okay? Literally every single piece of this list. We are going to dive into this all tomorrow. Every single one, okay? Let's see if we find here something that might be interesting. I think deprecated was there already on PHP 8.4. Okay. Dibel is saying the following. I'm quitting next week. Oh, you changing jobs. Okay. I'm sorry. Well, I don't know if it's I'm sorry. Maybe you're happy about that. I don't know. I don't know. I want to see this one real quick. Deprecations in PHP 8.5. Holy shit. That is a bunch of deprecations. Semicolon after case. Was that even possible? My experience with PHP deprecations is that typically they deprecate stuff that nobody was using, or, you know, because they are really mindful about breaking changes. So they like to do just deprecations that nobody was just using, you know. Some of these deprecations were literally bugs. They shouldn't be there to begin with. Oh no, the backticks are being removed. This was actually a good feature. Are you guys familiar with backticks in PHP? Okay, this is a little bit dark magic, but you can, in theory, do this in PHP. Like, you can literally do this. I think this is a feature, but I don't think they think that. Okay. So if I do this, I can now DD output, and that will give me the result of ls. Oh, DD is not there. 1 second. I'm going to var dump then. I'm going to quickly var dump. Here we go. Okay, this is the result of the ls. So this is, call it the backtick operator, and they are removing this, I think. Which is a little bit sad. I think it was a good feature, but I don't know. Transcode is saying the following. The new PHP web design is coming out tomorrow. Well, it should be out already. Do you guys want to take a peek into that? Let's see. So PHP 8.5 release page. Oh-ho. Oh-ho. Oh my god. Okay, I don't see it though. Okay, let's try to hack the URL. Let's try to do this. It's out already. Oh my god. Don't share with anyone though. Oh wow. Look at this, Chad. Look at this. Oh wow. Come on, chat. Don't need to clap to the PHP team. This is actually cool. Very, very nice, huh? Very, very nice. Oh my god. By the way, chat, if you just arrived, we just hacked php.net and we found the PHP 8.5 release website. Okay. Will my PHP version be upgraded automatically? No, it won't be. Congrats with the other no, that's right. Okay, let's see what we have here. PHP downloads documentation. Yeah, but this will... Exactly, that's... Well, it doesn't. Well, they also updated this navbar. Not bad. What happens if I do that? Oh, well, I don't have the same thing. Yeah, pretty much all this stuff is still the old one. Interesting. Smarter, faster, built for tomorrow. PHP 8.5 is a major update of the PHP language. It contains many new features such as new ARIA extensions, support for modifying properties with cloning, and the pipe operator. This... oh my god. I'm gonna be honest with you, chat. I should belong to the PHP Foundation team. Like, literally having this on the title of the PHP release, it shouldn't be here. Because modifying properties while cloning... Who the fuck cares about this? How many of you have cloned an object in PHP? Let's be honest here. How many of you have cloned an object in PHP? Nobody does this. Like, literally, only framework authors, and very rarely, you know. It just doesn't happen. So putting that on the title of the thing, it should just not be here. I think, for example, the --init diff, it should be here. It's not WordPress stuff. It's actually, you know, let's call it, it's like an internal feature of PHP that, it's not internal, it's public, but there is a very few subset of people who actually need to do that. basically. Come on, now everyone does a clone. Oh my god, you guys are bullshitting me at the minute. I think like the pipe operator is actually a good one. It should be here, yeah. What do we have here? URI extension, pipe operator, clone with, no discard attribute. Yeah, the pipe operator is a good one. Oh, nice. If we click on this stuff, we just get here immediately. Well, this is actually a good thing. We can see all the previous stuff and the new stuff. Oh, I think they picked a very bad example to demo the pipe operator. Because, okay, let's see what you guys think. Do you guys think this version is cleaner or this version with the pipe operator is cleaner? Because I actually think the example is not super well suited. I wouldn't give this example, I think. But, I don't know. The UI looks good. Well, on that we do agree on. Yeah. The best stuff is closure, constants, expression stuff. Exactly. That's actually one of the biggest things in PHP. That's why I was telling you, like, when I checked that, I immediately contacted Taylor saying that that's actually a good thing. You made a great example yesterday. Oh, I literally forgot my example. Clone with. Oh, wow. This is actually good. Interesting. All right. I think this is actually good. So, if I were to build this object, if I were to do something like this, I probably would just call new self with this red, this green, this blue, and this alpha. But now you can just type return clone this, but I only want to change that stuff. That's not a bad one. Clone is basically just copying an object, by the way, okay? So imagine that you have a new object person, but you want to copy that object with the same properties, with the same stuff, same state, to a different object, but you want them to refer to different instances, basically, not the same instance. So that's why you would use clone. But apparently the clone was kind of broken in the past because you couldn't just clone with a one little difference, which now apparently you can. Obviously, this only applies if you have read-only objects and XYZ, but yeah, not bad. No discard. Yeah, I don't see myself using this a bunch, but I do understand that if you are returning an object that, you know, that potentially needs to not be ignored for any reason, this is actually a good attribute that you may use. Closures and first-class callables and constant expressions. This is what I think is one of the biggest features in PHP 8.5. So literally you can do something like this. Okay? You can literally do something like this. But in a much cleaner way, basically. Okay? Because in the past you would have to do some, you know, some kind of bullshit. And now you can just have real closures, for example. Maluk, what's up, dude? Nice to see you. Malok, what's up? Nice to see you as well. New copy in memory? Correct. So when you clone something in PHP, you are copying that object in memory, meaning that the new variable will point to a different space in memory, will be a different reference from the original one. Okay. By the way, chat, we have boom, boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. We have 52 people, if I'm not mistaken, on YouTube. Yes, we do. But only 38 likes. Unacceptable. People on YouTube, go all the way down and click like on this video if you can. Now, I think pipe operators are good. This is actually good as well. I think because of this, Adrian, more people will be using attributes. Okay? Because you can now have actual code on attributes. You can, for example, have a class where you specify through an attribute how you resolve that class from the service container. You see? That's a good example. Hello from Bali. Wow, dude. I've never been there. You're so lucky, man. Congratulations. I would love to be there once if I can. But, yeah. Persistent curl share handlers. I don't think we care about this. Array first and array last. Okay, this was a must. I think people in PHP were missing this. Yeah, in the past it used to be like this shit. Which obviously sucks hardcore. So, very happy about this change. Exactly, as a binding resolution. Exactly. Maluk is saying and. That's not a good function, by the way. Did you know that and actually mutates the object? Let me show you. Okay. If I have a car A in a car B in the car C, okay, if I do something like result equals to and of cars, let's see what we have. Let's see what we have. But I'm pretty sure this mutates the internal pointer to the last element of the array. No good, huh? No good. But let's see. So if I do var dump result, I will have C, and I do. But let's go here for the real thing, which is if I do, let's say, well, I can actually prove that now. If I do current cars, this should return C as well. You see? It will move the pointer, the internal pointer, which is used by for each loops, but also by for loops, to the last element of the array. So it mutates the array effectively. No good, huh? It's by reference, exactly. By reference in PHP, by the way, is that when you see this little thing right here, okay? In PHP, if you see this, which you shouldn't use to begin with, but if you see this, you are providing an object by reference. Meaning that if internally this function mutates this variable, you are actually mutating the one that was provided to. It's funny because in other languages like Go, well, not sure in Go, but at least on Rust, for example, giving ownership or giving something by reference is actually common. It's just a norm. While in PHP, giving something by reference is being seen as a bad practice, which is hilarious. Because effectively, you know, for example, a string is a good example. It's being copied. Every time you send a string into a function, you are copying that string in memory, which is not a very optimized way of using code, but it works for us as PHP developers. In modern languages are immutable first. Yeah, indeed. Well, they're immutable first, but also like they, you know, for example, the concept of immutability on Rust is actually super interesting. So they make things immutable at the same time. Only one function has ownership of a given object at the given time. By reference is more memory efficient, but it can introduce a lot of bugs. Yeah, it can if you don't have ownership like Rust has. With Rust, there is no bugs because of the ownership system. But I do agree that by reference is just way more memory efficient, but it can introduce bugs. And you see those bugs on C, for example, with you know, memory corruption or null pointers and everything. Brody, what's up? Nice to see you. Oh, great question from Malok. Will array first throw an exception? That's a great question, by the way. Do you want to check that real quick? Let's see. Okay, let me switch here to PHP 8.5. So I am on PHP 8.5 right now. So if I do array first on this array, okay, so I should have A. I do, that was slow, by the way. Okay, but I do have A. What happens if I do this? No. How do I know? Should this be null? Like, what happens if I have this? Interesting. Would you? Well, wait. Canada Raz is saying, would you expect it to be null? Maybe I do. I don't know. What do you guys feel about this? No. Will we ever have double type in PHP? I hope not. Wait, Cloudflare is still down? No, Cloudflare is not down anymore. Null is correct. Okay, elaborate on that, Adrian. I'm curious. Why null is correct? Let's read the array first definition. Yeah, it's a good point. Where can we read the array first definition though? Because it's not on PHP Storm, I think. Oh, it's in documentation already. Oh, so on PHP documentation, they are clear that it does return null if the value is not there. Brody is saying, dang, I wish I didn't give all my bits already. In the good way or in the bad way? Are you up to PHP? By the way, chat, if you just arrived, my name is Nuno Maduro, PHP and Laravel developer. I love what I do. If you are enjoying today's live stream, be sure to subscribe my channel, but also subscribe my YouTube channel if you can. If you can. YouTube people, come on, go all the way down and put like on this video, okay? Unacceptable. Unacceptable. By the way, you can support financially my work by going all the way down, becoming a YouTube member or a Twitch subscriber, okay? If you have Prime, it's literally a free thing. Chat, I don't know what do I feel with returning null otherwise. I think I would expect this to return an exception, okay? I would expect this to return an exception. I'm going to be honest. What does array key first returns though? It returns null as well. So, well, my first feeling is that, all right, if this returns null, the other one should return null too. Either that should return null, that's a different question. I'm not selling Laravel t-shirts. I'm selling my past PHP t-shirts though, if you want one. So if you go to shop.nunomaduro.com, here we have some nice merch about past PHP. Here we go. What should card not existing return? Well, that will throw a warning, I think. Like, if you were to do this, cars, just something. If I were to do this, this will throw a warning. Here we go. Undefined array key this. Hey, thanks, Diabel. I didn't even know that we had that. That's why we can do. Yeah, well, so if I do this, just out of curiosity, if I do array first cars and then I do this, none, for example, what do I get? Oops, I kind of need to var dump this, don't I? Yep. Let's see. I get none. Interesting. So what happens if I do this? I get still none. And of course, if I do this, I see 0. Here we go. Huh. I think it's okay, chat. I think returning null is probably something debatable, but I think it's okay. Not that bad. Louis Cholis, thank you. Any updates on Pint package to handle PHP.5? That's a good question. I don't even know if Pint supports this. Oh my god, there's a bunch of stuff to fix. This stuff. Yep, there is some problems here, chat. Well, I haven't. It's been a while since the last time I ran Composer update, so that may actually just fix it. It's better than GS. Well, it's not difficult to be better than GS. Just kidding, JavaScript folks. Relax a little bit. Relax. Okay, what do we have now? Well, we still have a bunch of warnings in deprecations, but You made a lot of commands. Thank you, man. Maybe there is a way of people can discover commands. Not that I know about them. I need to find a way of knowing what those commands are. Okay. Okay, so where we were. Yeah, so we just discovered the PHP landing page for tomorrow, which is good. I kind of need to notice. I'm going to note some of this stuff because I need to prepare my live stream with Brent. So I'm going to note this website. What else we have here? We have, we did have a huge list of stuff. So we have this. Where is the, I think it's before this. No, like, maybe here? No. PHP 8.5 release page announcement. What's new? Okay. There was oh, it's like on the RFC. I remember now. Oh, I remember. Like all the way down, we had a changelog. Here we go. I think that's it. In here, I just put PHP 8.5. Not there yet. Huh. Da 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 da. Huh. You go back to using PHP Storm again? Yeah. Well, what do you mean again? I always have used PHP Storm. Warp, it works with dissociative arrays. I'm pretty sure it does. You mean stuff like array first and things like that? I'm pretty sure it does, yeah. Well, let me try something real quick. Okay, chat. Should cars return 1 or 0 here? A or B, I'm sorry. A or B. By the way, chat, tomorrow will be a bunch of stuff like this on the special PHP 8.5 release day. Trivia, it will be hilarious. We will have guests. It will be awesome. Be sure to come tomorrow at 1 p.m. UTC, okay? Subscribe my channel if you haven't already. And turn on the bells or whatever that sign is. Everyone is saying A. We do have a few B's, though. So let's see. PHP... It is A, though. I think A is what I would expect. Okay? I think. It is questionable, though, right? It is kind of questionable at the same time. But yeah, I think it makes sense. If you sort it by key, though, it would be B. Yeah, I know. Sort the array first. Oh, you mean like if I were to do sort cars, for example? Well, then you would see B, right? We still see A. Like, what the fuck? We still see A, chat. I'm so confused. Oh, it's key sort. Of course. Of course it's key sort. Of course. Here we go. Now we see B. Relax. So sort is for sorting the values, while key sort is for sorting the keys. This is how nice the API of PHP in 2025 was. Jingle Sanders is saying, I'm looking forward to being the host at LaraCon EU. Thank you, man. Appreciate, man. I will need your help, guys, because I have never been an host in my life, so I will need your help. Is this an array integer string? Yes, it is. You will do as good as Kaneko? Well, if I do as good as Kaneko, that will be already good. Kaneko is good. Okay. There was a list. Chat, can you guys help me out? There was a list of PHP 8.5 features, which I missed. Like, we landed. Oops, we just found it. All right, this is the one. So here we have literally all of the things that were implemented on this release. All of the little things. Okay. Finally, property promotion. Oh, I think I know what this one is. It's like the final thing. Yeah. Kaneko is a speaker. I don't know if Kaneko is a speaker. I'm not involved on the speaker selection. I don't think I want to. Doing something like that would be weird. Yeah, dude, there's so many stuff about PHP that is weird. Like, so many little things. Roblox is saying the following. Hey, mate, do you know a tool that, like, does some fixes for you when you run PHP Stan? Yes, I know Reactor PHP. So in case you don't know, I have released my own starter kit, which is called, well, I have two, actually. I have one with Inertia and React, and I have another one with just a regular Blade. Sorry about the coughing all the time, but on this starter kit, you go to my compose.json and you will see the best tooling in the planet for PHP development. In one of them, it's called Reactor PHP. And what Reactor PHP does is that it goes to your code and it just upgrades your code automatically. Okay, it really works good. Check it out. Okay. Yeah, Caleb Porzio. So I need to find a day that works for me, and then I need to invite Caleb and just hope that it works for him too. Best starter kit in the world. Thank you. What happened to Kaneko? I don't know, man. You know, he has family, you have 3 kids, you have work, so that seems a lot already, you know. Silly question. There is no. Wait, what? If there is an invoke is deprecated, what you would use instead? I don't. Well, I do use invoke in controllers sometimes. But in general, on regular PHP classes, I don't use invoke. Can you make a video on Reactor? I have a video on Reactor already. So if you search for Reactor on my YouTube channel, here we go. Search for Reactor on my YouTube channel, and you have actually 2 videos on Reactor PHP. Okay? So be sure to subscribe my channel so you don't miss these videos. They are insanely important. Okay. Also, we have a bunch of live streams that I've done in the past with about multiple topics, including Reactor PHP. Thanks, Nuno Nation. Thank you. So yeah, I don't think I would ever use invoke outside of controllers at the minute. And you know, to use a class as a function, there is no alternative to invoke. I want to see more deprecations, so I'm going to also note this list for tomorrow. Okay. What else we have as a deprecation? So we have a bunch of old functions that are going to be deprecated. Image destroy? What the fuck is this shit? Deprecate image destroy. We had an image destroy. What is this function about? Oh my god. This is the kind of stuff that I've never used in my life. I have literally no idea. Even like curl, share, whatever. I've never used curl functions directly. I always use guzzle. Your actions are invocable. I typically have a handle method, man. This is part of the GD. I don't think it is. No. Diablo is saying, maybe this is a good stream to topic. Should we rename Discord Nuno Maduro to Nuno Nation? Isn't Nuno Nation already? I think my Discord is already Nuno Nation, no? If it's not, you are an admin, so you can do that change. Upcache non-optional now. Nice. Sim performance boost. What do you mean? What did you saw that? What did you saw that Upcache is not disabled? Cannot be disabled now. Oh, wow. So Upcache just will be enabled, but now by default? And everyone agreed on. That's insane. Have you tried Blazed from Caleb, the Blade Optimizer? I have not yet. Well, to be fair, I've used Livewire for locally, but you know, it's not like I take a look into the Blaze project. Mimage Destroy is, oh, it's like nobody uses this in PHP 8. Interesting. Upcache is bundled into PHP. Yeah, I know. I just find it interesting that now it's just, it cannot be disabled anymore. Yeah, I don't think that will be an issue. By the way, I don't think you know, everyone wants Upcache. I was very surprised about this one, chat. The set accessible. So on reflection, when you use PHP, if you want to modify a private property without using the hack I have shown you a few days ago, you kind of have to use reflection. I always thought that I had to call set accessible before making the change. But apparently, since PHP 8.1 or whatever, this is not even needed anymore. It was doing nothing. It was already deprecated, like, almost. And now they are making it official. Deep Vision is saying that my friend switched from AWS to Cloudflare last week. Did you spot the pattern there? Yes. AWS was down literally a month ago or whatever, and now now Cloudflare. Interesting. How can I get to Nuno Nation Discord? So let me send you the link. So on this Discord, we just talk a little bit. Here we go. Here we go. Join the community. Oh my god. I'm so tired of coughing all the time. What else we have here? Did I close it? No, I've not. Okay. Soft deprecate sleep and wake up. What do you mean? Oh, we can use serialize and unserialize. Yeah. So much better as the names for this. I don't know if you know, guys, but in PHP, every time you use a lot of LQ job, what's happening behind the scenes is that PHP uses this thing called its serialization to convert that given instance to its string representation in memory. Okay, so if you have a person class which has a name, for example, with the name Nuno and the age 35, you can call serialize on that class to convert that class instance to a string. Now, in the past, if you wanted to change the way PHP serializes objects, you could have within the class itself this underscore serialize and underscore sleep. And there was no difference between them. And what they are doing now is that they are deprecating the sleep in the wake up because people can just use serialize and unserialize. I'm gonna be honest, chat. I was very surprised by how knowledge some of you guys actually have about PHP, about the PHP internals. You know, like when I started live streams, I was just doing live streams about very basic stuff, almost. Very basic stuff that which I thought it would have to be that way. But then I started doing live streams that some of them are really like expert level of PHP, like talking about PHP internals, talking about like advanced tooling like PHP stand, Reactor, and XYZ. And you guys actually enjoy all that shit. So, you know, I also enjoy talking about that. I could talk about this kind of deal forever, literally, you know. If you guys would give me some beers and just be like talking with me about this stuff, I could just spend it all night, easy. Toa is saying the following. I think, in a way, more interested people are also the people who watch streams like this in their free time. Exactly. Diabel is saying, do you remember the 7TV phase? I still don't know what that is, by the way. You guys keep talking about 7TB. I still don't understand what that is. Agent is saying, should they include cache tool in the core? What is cache tool? How many years of experience do you have in PHP? That's a good question. Let me show you. So let me think, okay? You guys let me know, meanwhile, how many years do you have in PHP experience, okay? When was your first stop doing PHP? And from that point, how many years do you have experience? I'm going to tell you my story regarding PHP. Oh my God. So, when I was doing my master, I spent 2 years working in a company doing CodeIgniter. Oh my God, how do I type CodeIgniter? Here we go. CodeIgniter plus E2. Okay. So the stack at the time was MySQL, Redis. What else? I think that was it. Yeah, I think that was it. A lot of people saying that they have started a long time ago. In 2008, Charlie French boy? I thought you were a kid. I'm just confused right now. 3-4 years? By the way, chat, years of experience don't necessarily mean good years of experience. This is something that is kind of hard to grasp, but just to give you a perspective, one person with 1 year of experience can be more expert with someone with 20 years of experience, okay? It really depends where you get that experience from. So, of course, if you have worked alone all your life and without understanding how the technology actually exists in XYZ, your experiences might not be that good. But at the same time, if you have done an internship in a very good company working with very experienced people, you may actually get really good in just 12 months. Okay? So, you know, experience doesn't mean a lot though, okay? Anyways, I was doing, so my first, when was this? This was in 2013 for me, okay? Until 2015. Then I moved to France and I spent almost 3 years, okay? Almost 3 years doing, what was it? I think, yeah, it was a social media company. So I was doing Zen Framework 1 in Laravel. Okay, so we were building a new product, which was in Laravel, but we were also maintaining an old one on Zen Framework. And this was MariaDB, I think. Yeah, MariaDB. And the cache system, I cannot remember. Yeah, Redis, I think RabbitMQ, I cannot remember anymore. Okay. This was not at Algolia, by the way. This is not at Algolia. This is another company. Algolia came after. So, Algolia came after. Algolia came after, and Algolia was between 2018 and 2020. So 2 years only. And I was doing... I did very little PHP at Algolia, by the way. I was mainly a Python developer and a JavaScript developer, okay? I did very little PHP at Algolia. Hey, Viraj, you know what? don't feel disappointed, man, because what you can do right now is put yourself within a network, within a group of people who are very good, and you will become very good very quickly. You know, that's why I literally tell people all the time, everyone should go to my PHP Portugal meetup, because this is literally a piece of gold, a piece of free gold, where people can just join for free, and you will be instantly around Laravel developers, core members of Laravel, PHP Foundation team will be there too, and you will be immediately in the group of people which are very talented, and you can just improve just like that for free. Bam. So if some of you got, for example, not that good experience in the very first years of your career, you can now just change that very quickly. You can just change it. So change to a new group of people where you can improve quickly. And sometimes this is a little bit tough to hear, but sometimes that may represent a low salary for a bit, because you have to lower your salary to just kind of join a little bit this group of junior software engineers, for example. Adrian just shared a link about the Vienna user group of Laravel. Diabel is saying, I'm going to buy an airplane ticket for Portugal right now. Oh my God, dude. By the way, can you guys hear the music? The music should be... I mean, I have music all the live streams. I hope you guys can hear any music. My throat is just so broken at the moment. No music? Okay, maybe it's too low, but there is music. Okay. But yeah, I did JavaScript in Python. It's very low, yeah. Now it's just low, because it's literally low. But it will be good in a minute. Python developer and JavaScript developer. And then I did 5 years. 2020 until now. Laravel core team. And here I have worked with Forge, Vapor, the framework, Cloud, and now more recently AI stuff. Okay. This is my career, Shep. Literally my career. Laravel docs change your life? That's good to hear, man. Chat, as a reminder, tomorrow at 1 p.m., celebration of PHP 8.5 will be an awesome live stream, and it will be awesome. Diki is asking me if I have worked with any JavaScript TS frameworks. I have not. I've actually developed one of the most downloaded packages on NPM. I think at some point was either in the top 10 or whatever. Do you know, at some point there was this search that was super popular, call it Algolia. It's not that popular anymore, but it used to be it's still used. So you see this, behind the scenes, this uses a JavaScript library, and I was the one developing it. Well, at least the version 4, I think. And at the time, a lot of companies or a lot of documentation was using this. And there is a lot of there is a lot into it that you may don't think, but there is a lot into this kind of search right here. So we are going behind the scenes. This search is in the closest server possible. That is retry strategy. So basically, if one server is down, we'll go to another one. It will preserve that in memory. There is a bunch of stuff into this. Thank you, Adrian, and thank you, Charlie. But yeah, this was one of the biggest challenges on this project. It is JavaScript that needs to work on mobile, needs to work on Node, needs to work on native devices. It needs to work on various different types of runtimes. People think that JavaScript is only for the web version, but there is a lot of use cases of JavaScript that are outside of a browser. So, and now we have TypeSense, exactly, which I have made a video about that. Is there any new platform being used more than Algolia nowadays? It's debatable at the minute, but I do know for a fact that Algolia is doing less and less open source kind of things because, well, it's visible, right? So that was a serious system design. Yeah, indeed. Okay, chat. I think that's it for today. Don't forget, tomorrow, stream at 1 p.m., special stream about PHP. There will be trivia. There will be fun stories. There will be games. There will be Brand here with us as well. I hope everyone is here by tomorrow, 1 p.m. UTC. Let's rate someone as usual. Before you guys go, please go all the way down, put like on this video, subscribe my channel, and let's make sure we are all here tomorrow at 1 p.m., okay? Let's rate someone as usual. Do we have anyone to rate today, chat? By the way, YouTube people, we have something on Twitch, which is rating people, okay? Rating means sending all my viewers to a different live stream, which is exactly what I'm going to do right now, okay? You guys can go there and just spam the PHP emoji. That will be hilarious, chat. Hilarious. I know. Diabel is an awesome admin and collaborator. I just suck at remembering things, okay? Oh my god. Why everyone is spamming 07? What the actual thing is that? What is 07? Okay, someone is saying, I suggest you to rate Programmer Network. Okay, what is that? Let me see if I have any friend online at the minute. I don't think I do. Yeah, I don't. Okay, let's rate that one then. Oh, it's saluting. Interesting. Thank you. Programmer Network. Okay, what is that channel about? Programmer Network. Just some nice dude doing development. Oh yeah, Tailwind, CSS, React. Awesome stuff. I'm going to rate them, okay? Chat. See you guys tomorrow. I love you all. Peace out. Boo!